Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Hey, I'm Christian Cano. You're the co-host. My buttons are Moms Demand Action, Gunsmiths Legislation, Healthcare for All, Medicare for All, and also in my heart, Black Lives Matter on behalf of Joe Oldham, who's a guest of ours who passed away last year. That's it.
Hello, this is Jenny James Gunn. I am a community advocate here in Charlotte, North Carolina for LGBT women's rights with the National Organization for Women, gun sense laws with Moms Demand Action, and anything that extends equity to all. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It is Coffee and Pan Dulce time, and it is the end of January. It's January. If you're seeing this for the first time on the day it drops, gosh, almost basically 1 month down into 2026 already. And it seems like only yesterday we were saying the same thing about 2025. Yes and no. I mean, 2025 felt long, but not so long. I think it's just one of those things that people just kind of held their nose and hoped to wade through it like a stream of Trump farts. Mm-hmm. In an oil executive meeting, but it's very bizarre, and it's a very bizarre world we live in right now. I think. I just do that, I think, and we're going to probably say this over and over again, I think 2026 has just got a tinge more hope because there's something we can do about it by the end of the year versus last year. We knew we were stuck. We knew we'd screwed up as a nation. By the time that he got inaugurated, we were like, oh shit, we did this to ourselves again. and this year we go, well, at least we can clear out the Republicans out of Congress. Mm-hmm. And reboot. And so I think there's a lot of governors up for election in Texas, Florida, and California here. There's a lot at stake this year. And so I think people are focusing on that. It's giving them something to focus on politically that they didn't have really an opportunity to do on a national level like last year. So
Excellent.
Well, great way to make change.
Exactly. Gersemi, welcome everyone. This is Coffee and Pan Dulce. I'm Christian Cano from All Points, North Carolina, along with my wonderful, beautiful co-host from West Hollywood, California, Gersemi Americo Gunn. We want to thank those who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube and the thousands who listen to us on your favorite audio podcast platform. Today, as she mentioned, is the last Wednesday of January. We've gone through 1 month of the year. 2026 is the year of resistance. I don't know how, that's how I'm feeling it. The topic today is Taco the serial liar, pedo president? Question mark, because we're asking these questions. We're not declaring that he's a pedophile, or is he a pedophile? I guess that's the best way to is he? So we'll be talking about that, but I'm sure we'll talk about a lot of things. We're going to keep this episode short because we've got some other wonderful shows on the Cannis Media Network that we've got to get to today. and so that you have an opportunity to watch all of our content. But before we do talk about any of those, let's jump really briefly into Barb's current events.
And this is Barb's current events.
All right, here we go. I got 3 of them for you. Unfortunately, the ProPublica, I believe that's the name of the online newspaper, ProPublica. They do a lot of investigative reporting, like the Daily Beast and so forth. They did a expose about ICE and about Border Patrol. And they found more than 40 cases of immigrant agents using banned chokeholds and other moves that can cut off breathing. I'm really happy. The Minneapolis murder by the ICE agent with Renee Good was a tragedy in America. But if anything good has come from this, it is that we are starting to pay attention, or at least a lot of America is starting to pay attention to the chaoticness and the need for training for these ICE and Border Patrol agents. As you've mentioned, they're only training very, very little, or they're supposed to be training a lot more.
They reduced the training time from 6 months to 6 weeks.
That's crazy.
And so
crazy
to be able to deploy ICE agents at a larger number and get them through their training academy as quickly as possible. They're just churning out quantity, not quality.
So I know you talked about this on yours. Well, you know what? Let me get through this real quickly. The second one is the state of Texas. In Corpus Christi, Texas. This is something that we've been talking about here a lot over the last year. They are running out of water. They are now having to drill for groundwater. There is a groundwater shortage in the state of Texas. So that's the other one. And then the last one is in the headline from the Daily Beast is "Nightmare for Trump as Americans ditch the right for the middle." So apparently a lot of people who consider themselves to be conservative or right are now saying that they are independent. There are more people leaving the Republican Party going to independent than there is the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party is becoming younger and more progressive and more diverse. And so it is very interesting. The Gallup poll has done this. It's the very first time in history. And this does not look good for Trump because his base is shrinking and shrinking, and his own party is shrinking and shrinking. And so those are the 3 things. I just wanted to jump in real quickly about about what we were talking about, the ICE. And then if you want to jump on those topics real quickly, Gersemi, on your show, you talked about the training, and I Googled it during when we were doing it. It went from 6 months to 47 days. This shows you how crazy this is. Do you know why it went to 47 days? They wanted to honor the fact that President Trump is the 47th president. Is that crazy shit?
Yeah, but are we shocked?
That's crazy.
But it's the kind of stuff that the puppy killer on the head of the DHS is going to do.
That's just crazy. Anyway,
these are the kind of people,
have at it.
These are the kind of people that have about a 10-year-old mentality. And it's like the 10-year-olds that found the keys to the family car and want to take it for a spin. And what could go wrong? And from Trump down, his entire team is like this. And even you take somebody that's completely unqualified, like Kristi Noem, that couldn't find her ass with both hands, and he's just as incompetent and as crazy as they can be, is the one that's running this, and the one in charge, theoretically in charge. And of course they're going to do performative things like it. It's crazy. They don't. This shooting in Minneapolis flat out was designed to me I think those agents set out that day to kill somebody.
Sure.
Based on their aggressive stance, the way they charged at her, the way they unwaveringly opened fire, they didn't shoot just one warning shot in the air or anything like that. They pulled the trigger not once, not twice, but 3 times at point blank on this woman. But that was the intention of killing her.
Yeah.
It was a political assassination. It was not an accidental grazing, from 100 feet away or something. It wasn't an accidentally, they slipped on the ice and the gun went off type thing. It was not, it was a very intentional, very aggressive maneuvers they did. And the way the officer that shot her was moving in on her very clearly had intentions of ending somebody's life, and she just happened to be draw the short straw.
Sure.
And to being in the wrong place at the wrong time, for sure. And that's the mentality, because they don't believe they're going to be held accountable. They from top to bottom, everything to do with this administration believes there's not going to be any accountability. There's not going to be any consequence to this. So why do they care?
Yeah. And I am encouraged, so to speak, that your congressman from California, Stillwell, I think that's his name. And actually, I think we met him. You and I may have met him here when we were in Charlotte. I think he was running for president. I want to say that was 2020. I think he was running for president, and I can't remember if you and I met him or we went to. I know we met the billionaire guy.
I think Stillwell was touring around the country. I don't think he was running for president, but I think he was supporting.
Was he? Okay.
Somebody. I think he was supporting somebody that was running for president at the time.
So I'm really encouraged by him, and also the Congressman Roca, the other one from California that was part of the Epstein. They're the only two. Well, I'm sure there's other ones, but they are the leaders in the Democratic Congressional Caucus, so to speak, that are openly saying, you will be held accountable. We are going to hold you accountable when we take over. We're going to investigate you. We're going to find out what's going on. So you may think the arrogance and the smugness that you have right now, rest assured there will be a FO of the FAFO. And I'm really encouraged by them, because I think it really highlights the fact that these ICE agents, these rogue and Border Patrol, especially the Border Patrol ones that are under that little Napoleon guy, they need to be reminded that you're not going to have Big Daddy can't protect you forever. Murder, there is no statute of limitations on murder.
Well,
so
on top of it, it's something that's typically prosecuted by the state, not the federal deal, unless it involves like a hate crime or organized crime, that sort of thing, and in conjunction with like racketeering or terrorism or something. This one is definitely going to be prosecuted probably on the state level. I know there's already an investigation. Of course, the biggest piece of evidence is this video. Anybody that's watched any kind of media in the last 2 weeks has probably seen this video that actually cares. And there's not a question. It's the video alone's enough. It'll be a very simple trial. This guy that they're trying to hide right now is it's a very open and shut case. You don't have really anything. The video is so self-explanatory, even more self-explanatory than even the George Floyd case, where the defense for that Chauvin tried to say, well, he was on drugs and there was this and there was that. This one, you watched this officer charge towards the vehicle, discharge 3 shots into this woman, this unarmed woman, with the intention of killing her. There's no you can see it with your own eyes. There's nothing else to think.
I almost feel as if though there is going to be a need when Congress flips, and even when we get a new president in a couple of years, there's going to have to be some type of commission or some kind of, not really like a Nuremberg trial for ICE and Border Patrol. We're going to have to save all of this evidence, save all of this data, because even if the Justice Department doesn't do anything now, when the new president comes in, they can restart the investigations into all of this abuse by ICE and Border Patrol, and these people will be unmasked. Unmasked.
Well, I think also too. I think the most important conversation when we change horses, so to speak, sure. and we take back Congress and eventually the presidency. I think what needs to happen is we need to eliminate the ICE program and the ICE funding. If we're going to cut a government program that doesn't benefit the United States whatsoever, we need to take that money and feed people and get people medicine. Exactly. Especially when I read the other day that somebody couldn't afford their asthma inhaler, so they died of asthma. An asthma attack here in the United States. Yeah. In 2025. Now, if I'm thinking about the $100 million they spent recruiting ICE agents and how they'd been better suited to buy insulin and inhalers for people, and I'm weighing this out on meals for seniors, on Meals on Wheels, if I'm going to weigh it out on where I'd rather see those tax dollars go, I'd rather see inhalers and medicine and food bought for Americans than to see some soccer mom get gunned down in the street like she was like a mafia boss or something. This woman was an unarmed civilian that just dropped her kids off at school.
It is. It's a tragedy.
Mean, come on, like everybody can see a family member in this situation and go, no matter what they say, no matter which direction those wheels were turned on that car, whatever she did or did not do, there's no way of saying she deserved 3 slugs to be put in her and killed in the streets of Minneapolis. There's nothing she did.
There was no justification for that. Exactly.
And the way that it went about, the way he pulled the trigger, the way the scene unfolded, there's no reason any kind of armed agent of any kind should have ever done, no matter what job he had, whether it was a local law enforcement, federal, military. There is not one type of gun-toting federal, state, or local office that would ever be able to justify the way that went down. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That woman should be alive today. She should have been able to take her kids to school today. And there's no reason for her to be dead.
I completely agree with you. Hey, listen, we're up against our first break. We've gone a little over. Sorry that we've gone a little off script here. We'll try to recoup after this commercial. We'll be right back on Coffee and Pandusi right after this.
So we have a great fall lineup, and we encourage you to tune in to many of our fabulous shows, like our DJ Say show, and many more things in October and November as well. Thanks for watching, as always, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all, thanks for watching, and support local Black and brown businesses, including our sponsor, Manolo's Bakery. That has some fabulous pastries, food, king cakes, all kinds of specialty cakes, swallows, and much, much more. Some of the best food you eat in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Manolo's Bakery, right here in East Charlotte. Thanks for watching. Hey, y'all, thanks for watching the Florida shows. They've been wildly successful. Obviously, it's a topic that you guys have enjoyed and wanted to know more of. And we like talking about the dumpster fire that used to be the state of Florida. And we'll probably talk about it some more this summer. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Hey, y'all, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and your favorite audio podcast platforms. You can catch your special editions of Coffee and Pan Dulce, as always. And we appreciate y'all listening. And we're going to do more episodes. We're going to do some zany things in 2025. And most of all, we're going to have lots of fun, as always. Thanks for listening. And look for the new shouts. Appreciate it.
Hi everybody, this is Yorense from the Espera Cash Show over here. All I'm here is doing a little quick PSA. Use this summer to do volunteer work. Go to your nearest YMCA, go to your nearest homeless shelter, go to whatever community services or programs that you can help out and volunteer. Because right now, we have a bunch of fascist pieces of shit trying to rip apart our country and rip apart the people, our communities by spreading hate and bigotry. The best way to combat it is, one, working in your community and standing strong to show that you are strong and you're here to help out others. Two, combat misinformation. If you hear bullshit, first research and make sure if it's true or not. If it is not true, call it out. If it is true, get the facts. Be knowledgeable of it because it might come out later. So always stand against that. And three, fuck fascists. Stand against them. Make them feel uncomfortable. There is too many people out there feeling like they can say the hard R or say slurs or be violent. Make them understand that a lot of people died to make sure this hatred and bigotry does not exist. All our civil rights workers, all the people who restored normity, everybody who fought against intolerance and hatred, they died and worked their asses off to stop this. So follow in their footsteps and stop this madness. This is Yorense again from Espera Que, and all I can say is be there for your community and stand up for what's right. Fuck fascism and have a wonderful day.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching our spring shows and sticking with us. And we've got a fabulous summer lineup. I hope y'all are excited as I am. And let's enjoy our summers. Hot Girl Summer 2024. See y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Welcome back, everyone. So listen, is Taco the current president, Trump, whatever term you use for him, dickhead, whatever, is he, we know he's a serial liar. There's nothing that comes out of his mouth that you can believe. It's twisted, it's turned, it's manipulated. He's a habitual serial liar. We all know that. To me, that is the first thing that should disqualify anyone from being the president of the United States. That's just one of the many things that disqualifies him. The fact that anyone with a rational brain would support someone who is a serial liar like him. I'm not talking about a puffer, someone who says, yeah, whatever. He constantly lies overwhelmingly about what he says.
And to be real, all politicians exaggerate a little bit.
Yes. Exaggeration and a lie. There's a difference, though.
There's times where Democrats, and I've seen it, where they've maybe embellished the figures a little bit, gotten a little out and around on some dates. Not always, maybe not intentionally, maybe intentionally. I don't know. I'm sure you and I have done this on the show where we've misquoted facts and figures. It happens. We try to do our best to make sure we don't, but at the same time, things do happen. But he goes out of his way to lie about stuff that doesn't even come up. He goes out of his way to be untrustworthy because here's the bottom line. When has he ever been held accountable? His life. Exactly. In his 80 plus years of being a wheezing, farting bag of hot air and criminality, when in his life, in his despicable life, has the guy ever been held accountable? Whether it was cheating on his wives, whether it was being abusive, whether it
being a
was
racist,
assaulting women, assaulting kids, no matter what he's done, being a super racist, being a criminal, where has he been held accountable? Where has his accountability come? The fact that he gets what he wants when he wants it is why he is the way he is, and it's the way this administration doesn't worry about any consequence. If you don't have to worry about the consequence, what do you have to fear? And that's just pure and simple.
I mean, and I know, if you're watching the show and you're probably just overwhelmed with all the daily chaos from this idiot who's our current president. He went from, I didn't really know Epstein, I was never on the plane, to to him being on the plane like 4 or 5 times on the manifest. To it's just, you obviously can't believe anything he says, and it's just I think he is going to go down as the biggest liar. I think the name, the name Trump is going to go down as someone who lies a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go I'm going to go make Xerox copies. Okay. That, Xerox has been, is so similar to the what we use copy machine. I'm going to go get me some Xerox, whatever. I think in 20 years, people are going to say, you're so full of Trump. Or you're such a Trump.
I think somebody says, I'm going to go to the bathroom and drop a Trump is what I think people are going to say. I don't even think dishonesty is his worst characteristic.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is, without a doubt, as a human being, and he's an absolute waste of the $5 to $10 of chemicals that make up his body. He's just burning off. And he's probably the worst human being that's ever been president. We've had some bad humans.
Yeah, I agree.
As president.
I agree. I mean, the fact that he's actually living and he actually ranks as one of the worst presidents ever, I think that tells a lot, especially when people start writing the history books and stuff. They'll, be talking about a lot of the things, because there's not a lot of good things that he's done. And that's what's so bizarre.
His few shining moments outweigh the 2,000 or so horrific moments that have happened during his 2 terms as president. And it seems like the good thing is change is coming.
Yes.
The bad thing is that we have to make change happen.
Yeah.
Or we're going to be worse off in 2027.
Exactly. Excellent point.
2028. So we have to elect people to create accountability for them. We're going to have to put people in Congress that are literally going to be a babysitter.
Yes.
For a very unwieldy toddler that's in the current president.
And we're going to do our small little part here on the Coffee and Panusa show. But if you'd like to hear from Gersemi, she does have a show. She does her part as well. Her show is called Two Queers in a Truck. It drops every Wednesday at 11:30 on all your platforms. We want to thank all the audience who watches and listens to her show and all the Cannis Media shows. This last commercial will be talking about that, and then we'll come back and end the show. We'll be right back on Coffee and Panusa right after this.
Hey, thanks for listening to us as always on Coffee and Pandulce. And just to let you know, we're on all the audio podcast platforms. So working out or whatever, you can just listen to us. Or if you want to see our bright, shiny faces, we're on YouTube and Facebook. You can even be fans and you can comment on our shows on the Facebook platform and drown out people who don't actually listen to the show but like to fly us. But anyway, we appreciate y'all and very much, and keep on listening so that Christian and I are just not sitting here talking to ourselves. Have a great year.
Thank you everybody for watching Coffee and Panusa. Jenny and Chris had an amazing talk right there, and this is Yorense from Espera Que. Our show is on Thursdays, 7 p.m. on every podcast places you get podcasts, brain fart. But if you want to listen to me doing brain farts and having hot takes and leftist takes and just screaming at the shitty burning world we are living in, come over to Espera Que. You're going to have a fun time.
Hey y'all, thanks as always for listening to Coffee and Pandulce. And guess what? As part of our Cannis Media family of shows, we have a sister show that's been running alongside the Coffee Show for 6 years, 6 seasons. And it's Two Queers in a Truck. And in fact, we've been on air, as it says right behind Christian, as we record this, in case you're watching the video version of this. It's exciting. It's a little different. It comes more from, obviously, the queer perspective, because it's Two Queers in a Truck. And we invite you to listen to it. You don't have to be queer to listen. And I promise it most likely will not give you scabies. I can't 100% verify that, but it's just a medical rumor started by me, actually. But anyway, come out and check us out on our sister show, Two Queers in a Truck, and all the exciting 2025 news shows on the Cannis Media family. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Up next is Two Queers in a Truck with Jenny and Christian. And hope you guys tune in. We'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Don't forget to join Gersemi. Don't forget to join Urense on he's back in 2026 on Esperaque, and also the Tony Foreman show. But also we have a couple of other shows that are coming on the Cannis Media Network. We would really be thankful if you would subscribe, share, and like us. We're part of the MAGA resistance. We're doing our little part to help those who maybe feel like their voice is not being heard during this time period. So, Gersemi, talk about some of the things that are coming up on some of the shows that we're doing.
And hopefully we're mildly entertaining. Self-deprecating humor is the best kind.
That's right.
We hope that y'all have enjoyed these shows over the year, and we are expanding our offering in 2026. So, just like when we went onto the audio podcast platforms a couple years ago, it was the intention to reach new audiences and to share our wisdoms and our humor and our conversations with people is the primary reason why we did this very first show, which is this coffee show that started it all back in 2018. We were adding a subscribable service as well. It's currently being advertised on our platforms, our social media on Instagram and Facebook, and you have an opportunity to subscribe to our service and enjoy our service and see what it's all about. And hopefully these are designed to be much shorter, much funnier, a little bit more lighthearted, actually a lot more lighthearted, with the intention of giving you short, digestible little vignettes that are, 6 to 10 minutes long and are one topic things. So they're not going to be long, winding conversations like our regular shows like Coffee and Two Queers or any of our other Cannis Media shows. These are intended as just little, almost like quick coffee breaks, like quick little smoke breaks, except these may be a little healthier. And it's just designed to brighten your day and give you something to look forward to. And they're going to be very affordable for the cup of basically a drip coffee at a nice coffee shop. You can subscribe to this and test drive it. See if you like it. You get it for a month. If you don't like it, don't subscribe the next month. But I think if you like these shows and you've been regularly listening and watching our shows, I think you'll love these, because these are going to be the best of what we have to offer, with the intensity of giving you some concentrating listening and video material that you don't have to listen to an entire show and just pick out the best parts.
That's right.
These are just the hand-selected and curated best parts. So
that's right.
Hope you enjoy this. As always, we always appreciate y'all listening and watching our show.
So I did get a topic of one of our future shows for the coffee. As you were talking on the first segment, crop duster in chief.
We can do a whole episode on that, I can tell you.
That's right.
There's some very distinct.
That's all right. Yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, listen, we'll see you in February in the Coffee and Panduce show. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching Coffee and Panduce. And we're at the end of January, so we have some exciting things coming up. If you look on our social media or our platforms, you'll see a subscription opportunity so you can like, share, and now we're going to be offering subscribe as well. And we have some pretty interesting opportunities, and they're going to be extremely affordable, because we know that your time and what you spend is a choice, and it is valuable. We do value you guys as always, whether you subscribe or not. We appreciate it as always, and thanks for helping us be a great success. We'll see you next week. Bye, y'all. Be safe.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for listening to Coffee and Dulce. And one of our big things is that if you missed any of our other shows, we are on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple for the most part, and a bunch of other audio podcast platforms. So if you've missed us, come back. The water's fine. Dip on in. It's 85 degrees here in my imagination. But anyway, we have 332 episodes in the tank. You can pull up any of them. And most of all, we have fresh ones dropping most weeks. And we got 3 more shows coming. Be excited. But as always, thanks for listening to Coffee and Pan Dulce. And look forward to the 2025 season. Thanks, y'all.
Hiya.
Next up, thanks for watching Coffee and Pan Dulce. Next up is 2 Queers and a Truck. Stay tuned.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.
Sounds
You
great.
sounded like a telenova. I mean,
I'm trying this. All I have to say is go. Yes.
as a non-Spanish speaker.
Coffee and Pan Dulce. How's that? Coffee and Pan Dulce.